How's it going, guys? Figured I'd show you an overview of some of my collectibles. I'm down here in the dungeon, sort of where I like to do artsy craftsy fartsy stuff. So I don't think I've ever done a video down here before. So I'll do my purple shelves, quote unquote purple shelves of doom overview of like collectibles and stuff. So here we go. First up, what you're looking at is just a framed mini poster. Got that from Cauldron Films, reprint of Gates of Hell. So let's start at the top. Some of the toys I've collected. Got a bootleg of Thriller. Love the color combo of that. Got a random pirate. I like that. It's one of my favorite toys. Just love the look of that pirate toy. It's just a custom, independently made, produced toy of just like this creature. I like the way it looks. Here's like a punk rocker zombie, which is really cool. As you can see on that one arm, you can actually take the arm off, which I think is really, yeah, it's awesome. So there's a punk rocker zombie. Kind of reminds me of something you'd see on like Return of the Living Dead. Really cool piece. An old wind-up toy. I like that it's an eyeball with, I don't know, some sort of like meaty goo, and it's a hand holding the eyeball. It's weird. Too many to sort of talk about, so I'll just do the best I can with this overview. There's a splurt twin corpse, which is really cool. So ghoulish looking zombie driving a hearse, hot rod, souped up hearse. Devil. That is actually a dog toy, but I just love the look of this dog toy. It's just this mangled up looking pig, which is pretty stinking gnarly considering that's a dog toy that you'd find at a grocery store, which is crazy. It's a Sasquatch, sort of a Sasquatch-like creature. Arm coming up out of a box. That's a short-lived toy line called Pocket Shockers. A few minis. This is another one of my favorite pieces. It's like the ghost of Halloween or something like that. I forget the name of this one. I keep all the header cards, but it's been a while, so I forget the name of some of these collectibles. All right, coming down on the second shelf. Well, technically, I guess this is the first shelf. That's just what all's on top. All right. Random video, but I'll make a fun video. Why not? I got a few of those crazy looking monster trees. They're a lot of fun. Those came in like a monster play set. Forget the name of it. Very cheap. Bad Medicine. Legendary, awesome, custom made, iconic hot rod. I like this spider because it's just has that monochrome look. I love the monochrome toys, so I had to get that. Kind of fell down a little. Love that little Iron Maiden toy. It's really cool. Eddie, insane Eddie. Got a Boglin eating some pizza. That's my favorite out of all the minis. That's my favorite one, the one that's eating pizza. They made several colors of those: a red, green, I believe a blue, a yellow, if I'm not mistaken. Just went with the traditional green. I like my Boglin to be green. There's a vintage Gravedigger monster truck toy. I love that toy. Just a random hand coming out of the ground with some skulls. I think that's a cool little toy. It's the Gravedigger mascot guy there. Gravedigger himself with his shovel. There's a Madball knockoff. It's like crackhead knockoff. Like the brains, it's a brains. So that's the, I guess technically that's the first shelf. There's what's on top. Still got plenty of room to add bigger stuff and medium-sized collectibles, so I'm still working on this area. All right, second shelf. Just got that one, Naga from Dino Riders, or Dragon Riders, something like that. Vintage old toy. Colin Hearst, along with a Deadly Delivery zombie mini, which is really cool, from the Deadly Delivery retro band. It's a red skeleton, that's really cool. Comes with a sword and some clothing, but I wanted to display it very simple and just display it just as a red skeleton without the sword. The sword doesn't really grip on too well, so it's kind of a pain. So I mean, I have a sword stored somewhere, stored away. So Supernaturals, awesome toy line. It's the only one I have. It's one of my favorite ones. I think that's the Witch one, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, I don't remember. I think that's the Witch variant. One of my favorite colors is the brown, the earthy brown colors on that one. Colin Hearst, another iconic car. Gonna love the Colin Hearst. It's a pirate with a beer. A little ghoul back there. Marbled red and black. Love the marbled color variants. Those always turn out very beautiful. Some zombie soldiers, which is awesome. Got him sort of raising his rifle against his head. There's an outhouse, like a poop monster outhouse. Thought that was funny. Gotta have that. It's a rock monster back there. Forget his name. It was another short-lived toy line from like the 80s or mid 80s, something like that. Some more skeleton zombie soldiers. There's a piece, a really cool piece from Luke Welsh Sculptures. A little zombie busting out of the cemetery ground. That's I forget what this character is called. It's ground burster or something like that. It's been a while. Again, another marbly green piece. Really cool. Got some Rat Fink toys. It's one of the Rat Fink toys I have. I forget the name of this guy, but he's one of my favorites. I love that the truck is yellow. Exaggerated motor, which is awesome. Stick shift with the skull. Love the colors of that guy. It's probably like my favorite. Even beats out the Rat Fink himself. Like my favorite out of that line. There is a haunted hotel back there, which is really cool. Got little demons displayed on it. Trash Pack Mini. Coolest one with the maggots coming out of its eyes. It's another weird car, the skull. Got some Mad Balls. That's a Safubi soft vinyl edition, which is really cool. You can turn it into a bank. You can take the head off and put feet. It comes with an extra pair of feet that you can put the feet underneath attach it to the head, and it can just be like you can make a mini, which is really cool. I like the full body, so I just leave it as a full body. There's another crazy toy. It's weird. I love that one. That's probably my favorite out of the rest of the series is this guy here. It's very gruesome. I'm missing his gun, that's okay. Got a good deal on that one. So here's an overview of the second shelf. All right, third and last shelf. A little mausoleum, built up, painted, and put together. Got a crypt keeper, which I need to have him facing this way. A mini, and got a zombie bursting out of an urn, which I thought was really cool. He's holding a shovel. He's got a flower growing out of his head. He's holding a 4-leaf clover, which I think is kind of funny. For good luck, I guess. I don't know. So, a zombie bursting out of an urn. Got a bone, what you call a bone ghost, which is made by Dead Bird Toys, if I can remember correctly. It's an original bone ghost variant. Makes several colors. Several beautiful colors. You can get bone ghost. Here is a mini vodka, Crystal Skull vodka from Dan Aykroyd company, which is really cool. I think it's cool that Dan Aykroyd does stuff like that. The actor Dan Aykroyd. There's another Grim Reaper. Love the colors. Earthy, brown, and creamy, off-white, brownish, earthy colors. Love the color scheme on that Grim Reaper. There's a vintage candy container. Skeleton looking his best in a suit. There's a vintage wind-up cannibal guy. Another wind-up. Looks like a zombie bursting out of a coffin. An old NPC toy of a Grim Reaper. It's pink, sort of a pinkish purple. This is one of my favorite pieces here. This one's called Future Me. Just got this one not too long ago, so I'll need to do like a horror toy update. I'll get a little more detail of this pretty cool toy here. I got this one off of Mondo a while back. They make several different colors of this guy. But really cool. Future Me. It's really funny. Pretty much all of us in the future are gonna look like that. Here's a little piece that I sculpted and turned it in over to HH Toys, and they made some pretty well made copies. I just wanted to do a little zombie bursting out of the ground in a cemetery. I don't know if I've shown this before or not. Probably not the painted version, but behind this guy is I wanted to sculpt another zombie coming up out of the ground. As you can see, it's very tiny. Made that a while back. I don't know if I've ever shown it. Again, HH Toys made some copies and did like a very limited run a while back. So I do like the zombie toys. Here's a coughing coffin. I'm saying that right. I got that from Last Resort Toys. Very cool guy, very down-to-earth, friendly, down-to-earth guy. An amazing artist. He makes a lot of cool toys as well. Just like with HH Toys and Deadly Delivery and Luke, there's so many of them. Luke Welsh and all those guys, they make amazing stuff. So had to get a coffin. That's pretty funny. This piece actually comes out and you can see like the coffin's tongue hanging out. So it's actually 2 pieces. And he makes several colors, though. I'd like to get like a darker brown if I can. Maybe try to go for a marble. Here's a cool toy here. That hand actually hangs onto a magnet. You can take the hand on and off. Just sort of, you can move it around if you wanted to. I just kind of display it like that. I forget who made that one. That's my only piece by this by that artist. And I got that one recently too. I forget the name of that one. I'd have to look it up. It's been a minute. There's a Racing Reaper. Sort of talked about that one in a video not too long ago. A little Racing Reaper. I got 6 more of these guys. They all have different numbers. Another cool one has the number 13. Thought about displaying that instead of the 666 because 13, you know, as we all know, is like an unlucky number. Anyway, it's a few coffins back there. I like to collect the coffins when I can. Mr. Bones vintage coffin toy back there. Some more corpses and zombies and ghouls. Here is a coffin from a WCW, a toy accessory pack from like WCW. I thought that was cool. They made several different colored coffins. A fellow collector let me know about this and I had to scoop one up. The guy I talked to, Maychuck, he has a lot of cool collectibles and he had posted up his coffin. I was like, where did you get that coffin? I need one for my zombie toys because I've been displaying sort of random zombies. And this piece lifts up as well. So when this gets full or full enough, I'll have this opened up and I'll display more mini zombies on this side. But we're not quite there yet. So it's just whenever I find collect more zombie toys, I'm kind of picky, kind of certain. I like a certain look with my zombies. So, and then I like to try to find zombies from each series and kind of mix them all up. I think that looks pretty cool. Having zombies from different toy lines mixed together, I think that looks, I just like the aesthetic of it. And I don't know, it's just better than having like, well, not better, but I just think it's more interesting to sort of mix toys from multiples. So I'm repeating myself, but you guys get what I'm saying. There is a monster in my pocket. This is one of my favorite ones. Got his hand sort of leaning on a skull, missing a leg. That's sculpted really cool. So, do an overview of this last shelf. And love my castle. Crazy looking castle there. All right, now you're probably like, what room are you in? This is a sort of a catch-all room. It's mainly a pantry, just food and washer and dryer and, you know, a beer fridge. Mainly a beer fridge, but I also have like just milk and what have you, meats, fruit, meats or whatever in there. I don't think I've ever done a video of this. This is just where I do my artsy craftsy stuff. Drawing and sculpting. Drawing is, I turn the light on just for the purpose of this video. I turn the little skull light on because why not? There I am. You can kind of see my reflection. Yes, where I do artsy craftsy stuff. There's more toys here that I've collected. Human anatomy toy that's pretty fun. You can take all the pieces out. They're kind of sticky, so I just don't mess with it. I keep it all together. There's a mask I used to have when I was a kid. I found that. I just stumbled upon it on eBay and was thrilled to death because to this day I still don't know what company. It's just a cheap generic Tombstone knockoff, really. But I had that mask when I was a kid and I've loved it ever since, and I had to have it back in my life since then. So That glows in the dark. I don't know how well it'll show on video. If I remember to, I'll cut the light off and I'll show you guys what this looks like. It glows really, really well. Crazy well. This glows really well. Real centipede. That's my absolute worst nightmare. Are those guys right there. It used to be spiders, but when I used to live in Hawaii, these guys right here, where they had what do you call a centipede season in Hawaii, believe it or not. And these were, I'm not exaggerating, it seemed like they would just be everywhere. It's terrible. But that's my only nitpick with Hawaii. So more toys. Just got that in. I'll include that in the horror toy update. A little vintage Halloween cake topper, spooky tree. Gravedigger vintage toy, some reapers, another hearse, headless horseman guy with the pumpkin. I just got that coffin in not too long ago with a little skeleton creeping out of it. Really cool. Cheap. A lot of this stuff's kind of cheap, but they're cool. Well, I shouldn't say cheap. I mean, I guess costs as much as like a NECA toy or something like that, you know. Another hearse. This one has a song, and you hit the yellow button and it bounces up and down. It's pretty funny. Little Grim Reaper. Little skull. It has like the fake candle thing going on. Got that at like an at-home store, and I just love the look of that skull. So kind of generic, but I don't know, just the way it's sculpted, it's pretty cool. So had to get that skull. It's my Brundlefly. Put my sculpting tools in that. Random toys. This is one of my favorite toys here. This is from Bog Squad. So Bog X Squad, one word. BOGX Squad. Bog Squad. Yeah. Enjoy working with Eric, another very talented independent toy maker. Puts out these bog dwellers, and it's amazing. Hands are attached to a magnet. The face is attached to a magnet, so you can switch the hands, you can switch the head. Very cool little toy. I need more of those. I definitely want to get like the bigger size one that they recently put out. But Bog Squad's pretty awesome. I've had the pleasure with working with Eric and doing some collabs with him over the past few years. I think it's probably been a few years now. So some random stuff, random whatnot, what have you. There's a little piece I made. It's cannibal themed. I just grabbed a skull. It's one of those fish tank type skull decorative pieces that you find at a pet store. Painted it up, stuck a bunch of skulls and greenery on it, and made a cannibal theme out of it. Palm trees and a freshly skinned corpse there. There's a ghoul hanging on a door. What tango? Stickers, drawers, cabinets. Super 7 is awesome with what they do, Mr. Bones. I watch videos while I make artsy stuff. There's my glow-in-the-dark vampire teeth. Keep my clay in there. And here's what I'm working on right now. It's a little Grim Reaper. Pretty rough. I just started, so yeah, it's still pretty rough. I just finished this one for it's a commission piece. This is Octoman. Decided to have him holding the skull, a little bone. This one took about, I'd say, 9 days total. So a little Octoman mini. I'm sculpting that for a little independent little toy company based out of Hong Kong. So I got 3 more of those guys to, well, not this particular character, but 3 more to sculpt, and then I'll ship those off when I can. And old school pencil sharpener. Gotta have a pencil sharpener. Stool. Beer fridge. Okay, that's the overview in here. Nothing else special about this besides a washer and dryer. I love my sink. Things get messy. I like using that. I like having that there. That's a blessing. Anybody remember these doorknob toys? It's a lot of fun. Forget the company that produced those back in the 80s, but it actually glows in the dark. I'll turn the light out while I'm remembering to. I like to have, love these plugins. I can watch my videos with my Kindle. Let me turn the light off here. Here, some more stickers. There's Master of Puppets. One of the awesome things that McFarlane put out. Gotta try to be quick about this. So I don't think I've ever done an overview of this room before. My little adjustable light, because I love this light. That helps me when I do stuff. That helps. I love using my light because I can use the shadows and just see how the shadows affect certain parts of what I'm working on. My spider moved over here. Here's my dangerous funnel web spider. All right, turn the main light off here. Oh, okay, turn that off. And it's too much light, but you can tell this thing really glows well. Okay, so that's the overview. So I'll turn the light back on, turn that off. And what else? There's a little mausoleum. That's another little fish tank toy. More reapers, a zombie, another grave digger. I like my grave diggers. Random zombies. Another monster in my pocket, reaper. Zombies. Okay. Hopefully this was a fun video. Oven. Need my oven to bake the clay. And hopefully this is a fun little video. So this is an overview of one of the little rooms that I play around in. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back with a horror toy update. It's been a while since I did one of those. Those are always fun when I can do those. So later.